Hi, and welcome to the Cyclovia intersection volunteer training for the event happening on Sunday, November 2nd, 2014. My name is Kylie Walzak, and I am the Cyclovia Tucson event coordinator. In the next 10 minutes, I'll be walking you through an overview of the responsibilities of a Cyclovia Tucson intersection volunteer. First, thank you for volunteering for Cyclovia. Hundreds of volunteers and thousands of hours of donated time make these events possible. We couldn't make this event happen without you and your support, so thank you. If you've never been to Cyclovia before, you've been missing out. Cyclovia in Tucson is part of an international movement called Open Streets that encourages people of all ages and abilities to get out of their cars and out onto the streets to walk, skate, jog, dance, roll, ride, and play on car-free streets for a day. This is our 5th year and 7th event, and Cyclovia is proving to make lasting changes in people's travel behavior and is definitely improving the connectivity between neighbors, neighborhoods, business and entertainment districts, and increasing the rate at which people are opting to use active transportation to get where they want and need to go safely. Why is this important? Because we live in a society where our transportation choices are dominated by the vehicle, and there are a lot of consequences to that. People don't get enough exercise, cars cause traffic congestion and pollution, and we rarely take the time to get to know our neighbors or the local businesses that make our city unique. Cyclovia is a chance to change all that by inviting people to explore new neighborhoods, discover new businesses, try out biking or walking for transportation, learn about history and architecture, try new foods, and just slow down for a day and take in our beautiful surroundings. So before we get started with your training, once again, a big thank you for making this special day possible for thousands of people from across Tucson. Cyclovia Tucson is a program of Living Streets Alliance, Tucson's member-supported nonprofit organization improving access for healthy modes of transportation in the region through outreach, education, encouragement, advocacy, and research. By becoming a member of LSA or supporting us through your volunteer efforts, you are supporting the work we do year-round to make our streets safe, friendly, comfortable, and attractive places to be, not just during Cyclovia, but every day. As an intersection volunteer, your top 3 priorities are: number 1, to monitor the route and make sure it is a safe place for all participants. Number 2, to detour vehicle traffic around the route. Number 3, to assist residents who live along the route and need to get out or into their homes by vehicle. What to expect the day of the event. You have signed up to be an intersection volunteer for a half-day shift. If you signed up for the morning shift, report to your information booth by 9:30 a.m. If you signed up for an afternoon shift, report by 12 p.m. If you don't know your information booth, Gary Mason, Cyclovia Tucson Volunteer Coordinator, will be sending everyone a spreadsheet with your intersection assignments and which info booth you should report to. Keep an eye out for this information and be sure to report to the right info booth the day of the event. At the information booth, the volunteer coordinator will check you in and confirm contact information, give you your mint green Cyclovia volunteer t-shirt if you requested one, and a fluorescent safety vest. Hand you a stack of car detour maps which you will use to help reroute motorists away from the event. Hand you some caution tape in case you need extra signage to block off parts of your intersection. Explain how to assist a resident who needs to get in or out of their home in a car. Give you the volunteer coordinator's phone number. Explain the emergency protocol to you, and answer any questions you might have. After you've received your orientation from the volunteer coordinator, you will then walk, bike, skate, dance, jog, or roll your way to your intersection. Here's what to expect if you are a morning volunteer. You may need to move barricades into the intersection if you see them stacked up on the side of the street. Study your car detour maps carefully. This goes for both morning and afternoon volunteers, and familiarize yourself with the nearest car crossings to more effectively reroute cars that stumble upon the route. Set up your chair, break out your hula hoop, and get ready to hoop and holler for participants as they slowly make their way along the route. What happens if a car approaches the intersection and wants to get through? If a car drives up to the intersection, walk up to the driver's side and ask them where they are trying to go. If they just want to get across the intersection, politely explain to them that they cannot cross the route at that street and they will need to turn around and head to the nearest car crossing street, which is a major street such as Grant Road, Glen, Speedway, or 6th Street. Again, familiarize yourself with the car detour maps as this will make this job easier. If they live in a residence located along the route, ask them to first consider parking on the side street. Politely explain that the event is only 5 hours long, or however many hours you have left, and that after 3 p.m. the barricades will be removed and everything will go back to normal. If they insist on driving to their home, ask them to please wait until you can alert participants. Then instruct the driver to drive alongside you at a walking pace and physically walk with them to their residence. Drivers are not allowed to drive for multiple blocks. The goal is to get them off the route as quickly as possible. Remember, you get more flies with honey than vinegar. Some people will not be as happy as the thousands of people participating in Cyclovia, so we want to always remain positive, courteous, polite, helpful, and calm. People respond really well when you tell them that this will all be over soon. So try to remind them right away that this is an event that happens just once a year on this street and for only 5 hours. And it never hurts to let them know the event is free, fun, and open to everyone. You don't have to have a bike, you can walk, or just enjoy breathing fresh air outdoors. If you ever feel threatened or in danger, call 911 and tell the police dispatch you are working the Cyclovia event and your location. Bathroom breaks. Be sure you know where the closest restrooms are located to you. If you are not alone at your intersection, you could leave to use the restroom anytime. Just be sure to tell your fellow volunteers about your plans and when you plan to be back. If you are alone at your intersection, you can call the volunteer coordinator at your info booth and ask that someone take over your position while you take a break. If you spot a yellow shirt bike patrol, you can ask them to cover your intersection while you use the restroom. The bike patrol are there to help support you, so ask them for any help that you need. Emergencies. If you see any situation that you think requires emergency assistance, dial 911 and tell them your location, what you are seeing, and that you are a volunteer for Cyclovia. Remain on the phone until the operator tells you it is okay to hang up. What might require emergency response? When you see a crime in progress, when you or another person is in immediate need of fire, police, or medical assistance, when you are a victim of a crime. What happens if someone near you has a minor, non-emergency injury? Keep the person calm and still. Do not move them. Call the information booth immediately and describe the situation. Fill out an incident report form, which you will have access to. Wait for the volunteer from the information booth, an EMT, or police officer to arrive if one is needed. What to do if a child is separated from their parent. Ask the child or parent to describe the missing person. If they are upset, try to calm them. Due to the risk of allergies, do not offer a child anything to eat. You may offer them water to drink if you have it handy. Scan the area for the missing person. Call the information booth and inform the volunteers there of your location and that you have a lost child or parent looking for a child. Describe the missing person to the volunteers. Wait for instructions from the information booth volunteer. If you have any questions or are unsure what to do in a situation, call the information booth volunteer coordinator first. Unless it is an emergency, then call 911. Most of all, remember that Cyclovia is fun, safe, and a welcoming event for everyone. In 5 years, we have had 0 major incidents, and we expect that trend to continue. Thank you for your help keeping everyone safe, happy, and healthy at Cyclovia. We couldn't do this without you. And most of all, remember to have fun. And again, a big thank you for helping put on this event with us.